What up, y'all?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good with your home team?
Good. It is I, your not one,
Three-time,
not two.
three-time,
Tell him,
three-time,
tell him, tell him.
three-time.
Hall of Famer
All
King
of
Mega,
yes,
and
sir.
damn it, I keep fucking it up. And right here is the main man.
Kenny, formerly known as Bounty Hunter, formerly known as Frank, one half of the American Gangsters. Known today as Kenny. Old man just trying to keep it going.
Googly goo.
There it is for you.
From the
For
shirt,
y'all that
man.
didn't know. Good googly goo. There
Googly
it is.
goo. Yes, sir. So what I got to say to y'all is, damn my mic. Let me drop this down a little bit.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
What's up, my neighbors? Hi, neighbors.
He trying to be slick, y'all. He trying to show you that weight he lost and getting all buff on us too. Getting all buff on us too.
Give me 4 months. Give me 4 months.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Long as you're doing something, that's all. That's what matters. You're doing.
That's right. That's right. Then I'll be tank top ready in 4 months. I'll be tank top ready.
Sir.
So what's good, man? How you been?
Hey, man, all is well, man. No regrets, man. I'm chilling. I posted something on my fighter the other day, letting some people see we putting in work. We got a sparring session this Thursday. It's my first sparring session with him. Working toward the final thing, our first showcase in my hometown, Cleveland, Tennessee, October the 29th. It's a guy up there goes by the name of Ralph Diggs that has a gym that's putting on a showcase. So plan on taking my fighter up there and his first thing, and also letting my home fam see what the hometown Cleveland born and raised and bred is doing out here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Nice, man. Nice. Big things coming. Big things coming. For sure.
Big things coming
Big
for sure.
Things are coming for sure.
Yes.
So before we get this show started, I don't know if Carmelate is on or will be joining us, but last week I tried 2 weeks ago, tried the Jolly Rancher Green Apple. And today got the lit Jolly Rancher Watermelon. No jokes. Okay. But you know, our favorite Jolly Ranchers. Our favorite Jolly Ranchers was apple, red, and watermelon.
Yeah, green apple is. I think green apple is classic. Yeah, classic. Green apple is classic.
Classic.
And these doggone, we keep piping these doggone energy drinks. Somebody need to contact us and do something for us, man.
For real. Somebody
tell you, man. We're in the beginnings of it. Hey, but we're gonna take this thing to another level. You better catch us while we're down, because we get expensive once we get it going.
Right. That's right. Neighbors get expensive. For real. I'm gonna try this lit watermelon. Jolly Rancher watermelon. Uh-oh, here we go. Carmelate in the building. What's up, Carmelate?
What's up, young lady? Yes, sir.
Uh-oh, yeah. Go ahead, show her. Uh-oh. Guns are blazing.
There it is. They ain't went nowhere.
Guns are blazing. Guns are blazing. It's all right, Carmelate. I'm going to try this Jolly Rancher watermelon.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It does. I appreciate you every day, every time, every Tuesday. I appreciate you. Better let me know what I'm doing in the gym about 3 to 4 times a week. 2 times a week is paying off.
Yo, son.
Uh-oh. He got that look in his eye.
Yo.
He got that look in his eye.
Just like a watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Wow.
For real.
Okay.
For real. I tried third.
I ain't never even seen him in our stores. Where you picking him up at? The Lits?
A GNC.
Okay. I guess I ain't seen him in the store.
Yeah, man. Approved.
What I've seen in the stores, Bang pretty much got more flavors than anybody if you just go to stores.
Yeah, Bang got mad flavors. They in supermarkets and Vitamin Shop and GNCs. Bang got crazy flavors.
Yeah.
With the lit, I think they got a exclusive deal with GNC.
Okay.
So I don't know if you follow bodybuilders, but Christian Guzman, he's the dude that made 3D. Yeah, he made 3D. And they're only in select locations too.
Okay.
So, but yeah, man, this shit is just lit. I mean, damn, cursing.
You know what?
It's not bad.
forget somebody sponsoring us. We're gonna reach out to somebody and create a flavor.
Word.
We're gonna do the 50 Cent. He came out with 50 water. We're gonna come out with a no holds barred energy
drink. Word. I like that. See? Y'all slipping. Y'all could have hopped on the bandwagon, but see,
We're gonna,
came up with an idea.
Yep. We done came up with an idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm feeling this. I feel like me a Jolly Rancher right now.
Carmelate, you got it. You got an idea for the flavor we're gonna come out with, because we got to come out with a hard flavor.
We need something hard. Yeah,
we got to come out. We got to come out strong.
Word. You should just come out with something called red. Just red.
And no malt liquor flavor for the people out there to watch. No malt liquor. No malt liquor flavor.
Malt liquor energy drink. Hilarious.
Exactly. But I think wasn't that Loco like an energy? Didn't they have something?
Four Loco.
Yeah, wasn't it like a energy slash? It was. I think something.
That was the one with. Damn, I don't want to say like some illegal substance. I'll just say that.
Yeah, no, it was alcohol, and it was strong as hell. But I want to say it. I don't know why I thought it was an energy too, but I know it was strong. It had a high volume of alcohol in it.
Yeah, it was crazy. Four Locos was crazy for real.
And I don't think I ever drunk one. I don't think I ever tried it. No. Yeah. I think the thing that I tried that broke me from trying all of that stuff was not Mad Dog. What was it? It was called liquid crack.
Mad Dog.
What's the thing they called liquid crack for a while? Cisco.
Tried
that one time.
One time that was it.
Not 3 times Hall of Famer. One time. And it did its due, and I said, God, get me through this, and I will never drink this stuff again. I didn't. I held my word to that. I never drunk that stuff again, bro. That stuff was woof.
Really? Damn.
Yes.
Cisco,
that stuff was that. It was that.
I was not checking for that, for real.
And I was in the Navy, so I was a sailor. I was drinking all kind of liquors and beers, but that damn Cisco.
Cisco.
Never again.
Nope.
Never again. One time.
Shit. One time is all it takes.
That's all it took. Just one look is all it took for all you old heads out there. I think it was old Toyota, right? Just one look. Just one. I think it's an old Toyota ad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Yeah. So let's get into these topics.
Let's get the crack-a-lacking, as the young folks say.
Let's get the crack-a-lacking.
Crack-a-lacking.
Yep, get the crack-a-lacking. So the news of the week, semi-sports related, is your boy Vince McMahon.
Vincent J. McMahon.
K,
there you go. My bad. See, old neighbor. You know, he was somewhere. He was in the vicinity. He was in the vicinity.
Yeah,
he was in the vicinity.
Yeah. Vince McMahon retires, quote unquote, from WWE. He's still. Look who we got up in here.
We got
a Trevor neighbor. What's up, brother?
Look at this guy.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Look like you got a little workout. Something. What are you doing?
I'm packing a moving truck.
You working out?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You're definitely working out.
I had to put me and my pops had to move this 1,000-pound damn toolbox.
Damn.
By ourselves.
So you up top right now?
Yeah. I'm up in Connecticut right now.
Yeah,
just wanted to come on, let y'all know I'm here listening. You know,
no doubt, no doubt. Got the beard on full D's. The beard is on full D's.
It is
real. Serious right now. Serious.
Yes, sir. We actually got some rain.
Look like this homeless cat.
We got some rain in North Carolina, so it cooled us off a little bit. But we've been stupid hot the last week. But it actually stormed today. It looked like it's good to do it again, and it brung it down. But man, it was crazy out here the last week.
As long as it ain't raining when we're driving.
Yeah, no doubt.
We're bringing the Camaro, so he'll probably cry if it starts raining. He'll be
Well, if he
laying
come
over
through
top of it, like I need to block it.
if he come through North Carolina, you're probably gonna run into when y'all leaving.
Tomorrow.
Well, I ain't leaving tonight, but I know right now it is ugly outside.
It's crazy right now. Yeah.
Damn,
Shoot.
freaking bugs all over this fucking place. But yo, just want to come on, say what's up,
Appreciate
guys.
you,
You know,
homeboy.
hold
Appreciate
on.
you.
I got this guy with me too. Let me say got that guy with me.
Okay. What's up? What's going on?
But yeah, guys. So just want to come on, say what's up. Let y'all know I'm gonna be watching.
Yeah, you can pop back on when we talk about your wide receiver.
Ooh.
Let's go talk about that real quick.
Tell me that ain't a stacked core right now.
Here we go. Here we go.
Tell me that ain't stacked.
They trying to make it perfect for Tommy. We're gonna see what he's gonna do with it.
Breaking news, right?
Breaking news. I mean,
it was early.
It's not Julio from 5 years ago, but 6 years ago.
Hey, Randy Moss wasn't Randy Moss from 5 years ago when he played with Tom, and you see what the hell he done.
Yeah, that's a big thing, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's got a chance to be ugly.
It adds so much depth to them
That
too.
got a chance to be
now
ugly,
they got
bro.
Gage, they got Evans, they got Godwin. So
oh man, that's got a chance to be ugly.
They stacked it, and then they just signed what's his name the other day too from
the tight end. Yeah, he ain't no Grunt, but with everything that's going on around, he's still respectable.
Rudolph.
So Rudolph.
Yeah, Rudolph. Yeah.
So it's big things, man. Tampa's looking good. If Leonard Fournette loses a couple pounds,
it came in at 200.
Came in at 260.
Hey man,
we may be serious.
Looking more and more like I'm gonna have to save my trip down when football season starts, since it don't get cold around there, so we can catch a game.
Yeah, man, let's do it. But all right, guys, let me holler.
All right, man.
All right, brother. Tell Pops.
Appreciate you checking in.
What's up?
Yep.
All right, see you later, guys.
All right, bro.
Y'all.
All right, later. So
yes,
man.
Sir.
So
that's ugly, man. That's ugly. That's ugly, man. And I hate it too. But I ain't no hate. I'm not a hater, but I hate it.
Yeah. And all he got to do is just stay healthy into the playoffs.
Man, Julio Jones with Mike Evans. Oh my Gage.
God. Mm-hmm.
All they got to do is give Tom a little bit of time, and that shit can be ugly.
And it's a wrap. It
can be ugly, bro.
What's up, Spider? My homeboy Spider's in the building.
All right. Appreciate you checking in. Appreciate
you checking in. So let's get back to your boy, Vinnie Mac.
To be honest with you, for all the people that hate on Vinnie Mac, or hate, I ain't gonna say hate on him, hate Vinnie Mac, he revolutionized the business. I mean, he
did.
He made a lot of people millionaires. As we can see now that some of his business practices wasn't that great. But let's just keep it honest. How many CEOs this billionaires is business practices is great? It's just if they get caught or not.
Right.
Is what's happening.
Exactly.
And let's just face it. For the guys that say they got shitted and he did them wrong, how many guys can say, man, he changed my life? So there's going to be some casualties when you're Vince McMahon. You don't get where you at by being a nice guy.
Nope.
Now it's not saying you had to be an asshole or whatever. But to a certain extent, yes, you do. I mean, there's going to be times when your mind might want to do something, or your heart may want to do something, but business mind in your head, you say, no, I can't do it, or I'm gonna let this guy go, or I'm gonna let that guy go, and personal comes into business, and then maybe some people got let go that didn't deserve it, but overall, 100%, he revolutionized the business. He changed the business of professional wrestling. So, I never did dark matches. I never worked for Vinny or WWE, but overall, man, I mean, hell, you really can't complain about what he did for money, and that's on the outside looking in. You may get some guys that was on the inside looking out that said different things, and he did a lot of questionable stuff in the Attitude Era, the N-word on TV, and some of the sex scenes or whatever. But he I guess he felt I'm doing what it takes to make the business better or make the WWE more money or whatever. So it is what it is. But overall, I have no problem with Vinny. I don't, like I said, don't know him, never did business with him. I have to work some of the workers that work with him.
Yeah.
That work, and even my man Chili, excuse me, when he was developmental, I didn't really hear him say too much bad about Vince. I don't know if he met him a lot or if he was around a lot because he was developmental, but he didn't have a lot to say bad about Vince McMahon. So hey, it is what it is.
I mean, the dude is workaholic, and this was his baby. I mean, he definitely revolutionized the business. If it wasn't for him, there'd be a whole lot less millionaires in the world.
Doggone right.
And he had a vision that was bigger than he thought his father could see. And he was right. He took all the regional promotions, bought them out, and said, "I'm gonna make this thing, nationwide and worldwide, and made a global entity." And he did. And there's a lot of rich people. Like I said, a lot of rich people got to give props and thanks to Vince, because without him, they wouldn't be millionaires.
Exactly right.
I know. I did. I had a couple tryouts and did a match, and I remember one of my tryouts. I was at a SmackDown. I don't know which one it was. I think it was SmackDown. And then he was going over something with Mick Foley, and I forgot who else. And this dude, you would think Mick Foley was like a jobber, the way he was talking to this dude. I'm like, damn, like, dude, I said no, dude, I said no, duh. Like, he was passionate. I witnessed it firsthand. I was 10 feet from him, and he was passionate about every little thing. So I'm sure, he's not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm sure some people are like, yo, this dude's crazy. Like, yo, relax, calm down. But he had this vision, and he was a micromanager. I guess, both good and bad, but he just had this vision, wanted to do things right, and he produced not only a company, but he produced the show, and he produced talent, and he produced his vision, and he was just very hands-on. So overall, he was great for the business. He was good for America. He turned a regional promotion into a $1 billion company.
And he wasn't scared to try. Everybody laughed at the XFL, but how many people put their money where their mouth is?
Yeah. And try twice.
He wasn't scared. Yeah, he wasn't scared to try. Maybe he didn't have the right format. I guess we'll see how The Rock does when he brings it back. I think he bought it right.
Yeah.
Then The Rock, but and here's the other thing.
Yeah, he did.
Here's the other thing. How many workers was with WCW that had a name that came to WWF that became crazy superstars? Foley had a decent name, but when he went to WWF, he came
plateau.
Stone Cold. WCW had him for years.
Yep.
Went to WWF. Boom. Even the Giant mid-carder, Shane Helms, he was doing his little 3 count or whatever it was, and went to WWE, and boom, became, so,
Mysterio. Everybody.
You could say what you. I mean, even the Guerrero, people said that wasn't going to work, and Eddie became damn top of the damn ladder over there. And not a 6'5", 280-pound jacked up muscle guy.
Nope.
Even a lot of people don't want to hear that name, but even Chris Benoit, I mean, in his heyday, he was doing his thing in WWE. So, like you said, man, you're going to always, I think, rub people the wrong way when you are in the position Vince McMahon was in. But one thing about somebody like Vince McMahon, they won't let an individual overshadow the betterment of the company. So, of course, the Bret Hart thing and all that took place, but he's not going to let an individual, and he took black eyes, he took spit in the face, he took all kind of shit for that company.
He fought, he what do they call it? Went to court against the government and won. I mean, to his credit, I mean, it was bleak for a minute when Hogan left and Kevin Nash, Scott Hall left. it was bleak, but they just, the attitude era came. He was like, "Screw it, what I got to lose? Let's just throw crap against the wall, see what sticks, and let's make it a little bit more real and just see what
And
happens."
and in the end, he
Ended
was
it.
the one standing on TV saying, "I bought WCW," so he won.
Yep.
You know,
He won.
the wars they was having, and it was awesome. That was a great period for
Great.
wrestling when WCW and then was battle. You know,
Great.
But in the end,
Mm-hmm.
he held that damn thing up one day and said, and a lot of people said, "Well, man, why don't you keep WCW going and WWF and have such and such, and then WWE and then WrestleMania would be the two companies?" But Vince was like, "Damn that shit."
I actually wanted that.
I did too. I did. I mean, I think a lot of people seen that, like, bro, you know how big it would be, but that's just that.
His ego just couldn't take it.
No,
yeah.
There's no. Nope. I'm not letting WCW live for shit. Damn them. I bought them. I killed them. I bought them, and that's that.
Yep. Now I think if he bought them for what it was truly worth, just say he bought WCW for like $30 million. Then he would have tried to recoup his money. But at that time, 2001, he was a millionaire. He could have paid that with his own money and not exactly. So he was just like, getting a library. I'm gonna get my money back on the library. Screw this company. They're done. Yep. They're done. But we as fans wanted, WCW, and I think they should have done it. At least kept it for a while, but
more jobs, for workers like us, guys trying to come up. It have been, of course, more jobs for guys to come up, and I just think it could have been some great storylines. I think it could have been awesome, bro. And then at the end of the year, you throw WrestleMania and they clash. Oh my God, that could have been crazy.
I think one thing that hurt him was, all those mega WCW stars signing deals with Time Warner and not WCW. So there was guaranteed they were guaranteed to be paid by Time Warner, whether WCW existed or not. They were in the contract on Time Warner. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Steiner, Hogan. So they didn't really have anybody, to represent WCW. Booker T bought his contract out. Diamond Dallas Page did at some point. Sting didn't want to go. So he really, in his defense, he really couldn't have a true WCW when he bought him out. So what's the sense? Well, I'm going to have a watered down version of WCW. Screw it. I don't need it. I'll get my money back. Yeah.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, it was the right thing. But, we as fans wanted, he was clamoring. Just have WCW again.
And for you people that's watching, I just got one of my mans that hit me, asked me to send him the thing. You can also comment and ask questions. Not just comment, but ask questions. Hey, coach, keep us on our toes.
Keep us on our toes. Keep us on our toes for real. Yeah, man. Spider said the Rock is doing XFL a little bit better. So he was, the Rock wanted to play football. He got cut. He's passionate about football. So maybe his passion for football is greater than Vince's desire to outdo the NFL. Maybe that'll,
Yeah, exactly. He definitely wanted to be a football player. So his going into it with a football mindset, not just a show mindset,
right?
It's probably why he'll do better. And I hope he does. I mean,
I hope he does too. Yeah,
get guys jobs, man. Hey, make some money
for real. So the next one, I know Chung's watching. I really want to get his opinion on this. So David Ortiz,
Big Papi,
inducted to the Hall of Fame, much to Chung's dismay. So I like I said last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, I like Big Papi. He's just a cool ass Dominican. Whether he took something or not, I'm sure he took something to help him perform. Man, but nothing was proven. So
it was the age of WWE before. Need you to get bigger. That creatine stuff. Yeah, that.
Right.
Same thing in baseball.
We'll see this guy about some creatine.
That androgen stuff. Call Vincent Conte. He could direct.
Right. Was that you or me? Can y'all hear him? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Uh-oh. We got some technical difficulties. I don't know if it's uh-oh. Comment if y'all can hear me. Or comment if y'all can hear Kenny.
It's me. It was me.
There we go. It was you.
It was
All right.
me. I just got a message across my thing that was saying,
Okay.
for whatever reason, I lost connection for a second.
Okay. But yeah, your boy Victor Conte was like, yeah, man, he was doing it up big.
Exactly.
He was doing it up big.
Yep.
But what I really want to talk about, since David Ortiz was in, and he was never busted for everything. He was on that damn report, Mitchell report, about guys allegedly taking something. But you think A-Rod, Bonds, or Clemens should be in the Hall of Fame?
Let's just face it, man. I think a lot was going on during that
LowRyda,
period.
stop hating. Stop hating on David Ortiz.
And since so much was going on and they couldn't prove this, they couldn't prove that, and the ones they proved, of course, they're going to try to blacklist them. But Bonds never popped positive, did he?
Nope.
Clemens never popped positive.
Bonds said that he took
flaxseed oil.
The clear. Clear.
Yeah. And then it was so. I mean, it was probably so much. I mean, I played semi-pro ball with a guy that was in the minor leagues for a while.
Rocket. Whatever.
Yeah. I don't think Clemens never tested positive either. No, he just said I misremembered or some shit.
I misremembered. Yeah.
Don't put him in just for saying that. I misremembered.
Right. I misremembered.
Just because you talk like that. But anyway,
right.
Yeah, man. I just think it was. I mean, like I said, getting back to my story, I played semi-pro with a guy that played in the minors, and he said, "Bro, you'd walk in the thing, it'd be bowls of, pain medication and all kind of pills and stuff. I mean, it just was that era of sports at the time. They did it. They kept it amongst the community. Right. And then, of course, you get a couple of disgruntled people and it gets out there and they talk to a reporter and the reporter breaks a story and it blows up into 4 or 5 baseball players sitting up with Congress, Right. And your man looking into the damn camera, I have never touched steroids. Yeah.
Yeah, Rafael Palmeiro. Yeah.
Yeah. So, personally, let them ride, man. Put them in.
I think they should
put them in.
My thing with all of them, they were Hall of Famers before they took anything. Like, they were great. Sure, their careers, they were at the top. They were a little bit better, a little bit longer.
It kept them stronger. It kept them a little healthier. But I'm gonna tell any damn body, shoot all the steroids you want and go out there in Randy Johnson's prime and let him throw you a 98-mile-an-hour fastball and see how far you hit it or how close you come to it.
Because that's what I would say. What about the other dudes that took stuff?
Yeah.
They didn't do it. That didn't amount to a damn thing. And
exactly.
Also, what's the difference between, say, Mark McGwire taking Andro or A-Rod or whoever taking steroids, right, in the 90s and early 2000s? What's the difference between them or guys in the 50s and 60s popping greenies to stay awake the next day? Or to cure a hangover.
It wasn't just 50. It was before. Yeah, because like I said, I played semi-pro with a guy that said that stuff was there in the locker room. Maybe I need to pep up somebody. Hey, here you go. It was just there. You know.
Yeah, and I always say, and you'll hear this argument. Well, one was illegal and one wasn't, right? But when they were doing stuff, back in the late 90s, like Andro was legal. So steroids were legal, right? But I would say, what's the difference between, say, Mark McGwire doing that, right, or somebody getting LASIK surgery? What's the difference?
Enhancement is what you're doing.
Yeah,
enhancement.
What's the difference? And you also had pitchers taking some stuff too. So it's a level playing field. Now, granted, somebody's numbers may be better than the next man, right? But the only person, but top of mind right now, the one guy that always stood out to me that was a strict result of performance-enhancing drugs was Brady Anderson, Baltimore. He I'll get his numbers in a minute, but he was hitting like 10, 15,
Yes.
12,
And went up to
15,
like 50.
then like
Yeah.
51 the next year.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
And was
Yeah.
jacked. Like
Yeah.
Lenny Dykstra. Went from the Mets to the Phillies. And
Yep.
they won next year. Dude was swole.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
damn. You can't get that swole in like 4 months. It's impossible.
Yeah. Believe me, impossible.
Mm-hmm. Yep, agree.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head. The biggest thing of today's baseball, there's sports period. There's nothing you can take that they're not got on the ban list. Because if it ain't on the ban list and they look and see it, oh, it's something in there, oh, that's banned. So they're banning everything.
Everything, yeah. It's just like, at the end of the day, it's entertainment. It is a business. So, Bud Selig and whomever was in the commissioner's office weren't complaining in '98 when ticket sales was through the roof, business was booming, merchandise was moving. Was nobody complaining? And
I was going to say, man, when Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire was doing their thing, it wasn't a damn complaint, bro.
No, people making money hand over fist. Ain't nobody say a word. Nobody say a word. So, I think they should all be in the Hall of Fame. I think they all deserve it. I think they're all great players. Did they go from a 9 to 10? Yeah, but you got guys in the Hall of Fame who are like an 8. And to me, in my opinion, you got guys in the Hall of Fame who don't deserve to be there because their numbers just don't prove it, defensively or offensively. They just don't deserve to be there. But I really think that they should be what do they call it, in the Hall of Fame. So we'll see. But glad for Big Papi.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad for Big Papi. So I know. So we'll be moving on to some NBA.
Yeah.
So word on the street. So the Celtics have been talking to the Nets about Kevin Durant, traded for Kevin Durant. Now word on the street, I heard that they've been inquiring ever since the end of June. I'll just say that, since the end of June. So this ain't anything new. It just got out, right? But I really want to know what you think, because you're a basketball aficionado like yourself. If I was Boston, I wouldn't trade for him. Now, because to trade for Kevin Garnett, you got to give up Jaylen Brown. I mean, God, everybody keeps I'm falling victim to it. To trade for Kevin Durant, you got to give up either Jaylen Brown. God, wow, I'm doing
Tatum's off the table. I heard.
Oh, Jason Tatum, yeah.
I heard he's off the table.
You got to give up Tatum off the table or Brown.
I heard what they're looking for. What I think they offered, from what I heard, Brown, some picks, and another guy, and then I heard that
one pick, Brown, and one pick. It was one.
Yeah,
pick.
but I think another guy was thrown in it, and it wasn't Marcus Smart, because I heard they came back with Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and picks.
Yeah, and picks.
Is what
the Nets.
The Nets came back.
Yeah. I personally, I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry. You got Kevin Garnett is 33.
Durant.
Why do I keep saying Kevin Garnett? Kevin Durant is 33. Jaylen Brown is 25. Right? But above that, see, even if the numbers were identical, right? Jaylen Brown's a better defensive player, but also you don't know what you're going to do to the chemistry if you get rid of Jaylen Brown for Kevin Durant. Because that team came together ever since late January, early February, right? Now you're throwing in Malcolm Brogdon, who just got to fit in. But if you go out and get a Kevin Durant, it's like, the spotlight bigger. He's going to, say what you may. Anybody who's that good has some diva in them. They have to be in order to be that good, right? So there's going to be, you got to stir the pot, push the reset button, whatever, a cliche you want to use. And then Ime Udoka got to start all over again, establish new chemistry, new rotations, new lineup, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's too much of a disruption for a team that was in the finals last year.
What's proven with Kevin Durant is you need a superstar beside him
And
that has thick skin that can handle the media.
Yeah.
That gets to KD. That gets to him.
This is what I thought. One of the things with what Carl Malate said. KD probably got like 2 good years left of being KD.
Shit, I don't know.
You think he got less or more?
I'd say more. He's 33. Let's
33
see.
going on 34.
33 going on 34. Well, I would say 3. At least 3 in his prime. 36 because, first of all, he's 7'2". Even though he moves with the ball, it's not a quickness. It's just he's 7'2" and can dribble. So that makes it hard.
Right.
He can get his own shot off because he can shoot over people.
Yeah.
Now, do I say?
Yep. Derek White. That's what it was. Yeah. Jalen Brown, Derek White picks. Yeah.
They want to lose.
Fancy,
they don't want to lose.
Yeah.
Well, because Smart is one of those guys. What's up, nephew? Smart is one of those glue guys, man. So
he's that glue guy.
When you pull those kind of guys out, it can you don't the court thing is not all you lose.
Mm-hmm.
The on court thing is not all you lose. But so yeah, them glue guys are hard to find, man. They're hard to find. I mean, he's older, but PJ Tucker is a prime example. Yep. You don't have to set plays for him. You don't have to tell him to play his ass off. Mm-hmm. And he gives you a corner shot that is ranked in the top 2 or 3 in the league in that corner shot. Right. So he can give you 2 or 3 of them a game. And generally it's big shots because they're looking for that big superstar to take a shot, and he's gonna be standing over there because they're gonna bunch in on him when he starts to drive or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to find those glue guys that understand their role. That's the key.
Yeah, right.
Because I think that's what happened to the kid that went from Atlanta to LA to Boston, and now he's trying to sneak.
Dennis Schroeder.
Yes, he would.
Dennis Schroeder.
He found a niche, and his name started getting out there. His play was out there at first, then his name started getting out there. He got the big head and turned down a 4-year, $84 million or something. I'm gonna bet on myself, and now look at him. Right. And on top of you with the Lakers, and now look at him. DM and LeBron are hitting LeBron. Hey man, maybe it's time to run it back. You dumbass. You was sitting right there with him, bro.
Stupid. At the time, I'm like, why would you turn that down? Like, you're not getting more than that. You were, the Hawks let you go. Needed a point guard. He was there. He was good for a hot minute. Let him go. Went to OKC, was great as a 6-man. Went to LA, was doing well. Now I'm a bet on myself. What?
Yeah,
crazy.
You see what bidding on yourself gets you.
That's right.
It works out sometimes. A la my man Jimmy Butler. It works sometimes.
Yeah. Like my man, not to switch sports real quick, but what was my man, the shortstop for the Nationals?
You get the baseball. Yeah,
Ian Desmond. He turned down something like 5, 6, 7 years at like, I don't know, maybe like 70, 80 million. Mm-hmm. Nah. Wound up getting traded and got like 1 year, 3 million, something like that.
See what I'm saying?
Like these dudes are crazy.
Like generational money, bro. Because here's the thing. Signed to $84 million, and maybe if you become that what you thought was $100 million, that player, renegotiate. That's what's happening so much now.
Money. This ain't the NFL. This is guaranteed money.
Yeah.
This is what's crazy. There's got to be somebody in his camp who has to say, look, your name isn't on the billboard. Your face isn't on the billboard. You better sign this money.
Somebody has to say, yeah, bro, wake up.
What
That's
are you doing?
$84 million right there. And yeah, people are getting money right now, but dude, you've never really been that dude on your team. You've been a dude and a good dude, but you haven't been that dude. Yeah, I mean, no, and you bring up a great point. You bring up a great point, Carmelate, because what happens, a 33-year-old 6'5", 6'4", 6'3" is a different 33-year-old 7'2".
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
it's just that structure and all the stuff you put your body through at that age, with being that tall, it is a proven factor. And I was watching something the other day, guys over 7'2" centers, they were showing over 7'2". They, you know, maybe 3-4 years at best before they start nagging injuries. Y'all mean, you know, and you know, these guys get these nagging injuries and then they turn into long-term injuries. It's just a lot on that body that you're carrying. And these guys, even though you saying they look skinny, these guys be 300 pounds, bro. They be big guys, man. They be big guys. So, you know, it takes its toll on the body. So there's a great point coming out there. Great point.
Yeah,
I mean, to sum up the end of this story, it would be hard to pass on Kevin Durant, but it would definitely have to, at this point in his career, it would have to be right. I don't just say we can get Kevin Durant, throw the kitchen sink out. That part is over. So if you do got a young team like you saying, and you just made the finals, and maybe you make a couple of other moves, a couple of moves, and to get there before you bust it up and say, all right, I'm gonna let key pieces go, like our glue, and a 25-year-old who seems to be getting better each year. So yeah, you really had to think on that. But you know,
and he proved himself in the playoffs, proved himself in the finals.
Yeah, because he played better than Jason Tatum.
He did.
Actually,
he did.
He played better than Jason Tatum.
Could score.
They're going off of Jason Tatum regular season and saying no, Jason Tatum on the board, but in the playoffs, Jaylen Brown showed up. He showed up. He showed up like a mug.
I would. If I was Boston, I'd pass. Sorry, I'm going to run it back what I got. You know, so then we're going to transition to the gridiron. So America's pastime, new pastime.
Already football. Back around.
It's already back around. Camps open this week.
They ain't did nothing with Deshaun yet. I've been seeing little things about they caught a chick lying. One of the chicks, they said during the NFL's investigation or interview, they caught her in a lie. So it's starting to look.
It did?
It's starting to look better and better. From one time they were saying a year, and Shannon Sharp pretty much said I can't see no more than 6 to 8 games. So
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to win that division again.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No doubt.
No doubt. But yeah, speaking of division, my man Joe Burrow needs what do they call it? Appendectomy. Getting his appendix removed with the next couple of days, but it should be out. I mean, he should be fine, ready to go opening day. But yeah, so the Raiders open, I think they opened on Friday or Saturday, then everybody else opened up Monday and today. So yeah, looking forward to the season.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You know, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's crazy how football has taken over. I mean, obviously a lot to do with betting. That, let's call a spade a spade. That's
I think that's probably the biggest betted sport.
60 to 75%. Yeah,
those 17 games are betted like a mug.
Yeah, that's why it's become so popular. But absolutely is gaining. Has gained popularity over the past 10, 15 years. The off seasons and just like the drama. But yeah, I'm so happy the NFL is back. Even though my Braves are still, you're about to take over first place soon. But we'll save that for next week when we talk some more baseball. But did you see your boy Kyler Murray?
I was seeing a little bit of that stipulations, like he has to watch film or something. Is that what it was?
Yeah. So last week, he signed. Let me get the deal right. it was I know it was 160 guaranteed, $230 million contract, 160 guaranteed,
Mm.
right?
But
Which is crazy
Deshaun's
stuff.
is 230, all guaranteed.
All guaranteed, right? And the stipulation, and this is
Good
every year,
night.
right? Stipulation is he has to watch 4 hours of game film every week.
But you would think that's nothing. Like, what else is it to do? Like, you're a quarterback.
Mhm.
Watch the team you're going to play defense and see, okay, of course, they come up with schemes for you because you're a mobile quarterback, but you would think that would like be part of it.
Right. It's just, if you gotta, so to me, it's like there's two sides of the coin. So for one, overall, I think it's embarrassing for both sides, the Cardinals and Kyler Murray, right? If you gotta basically pay somebody or give them incentives or punishment for them to be the best they could be, I don't want you on my team.
True,
I don't need that.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
We all know how hard it is to find that game-changing, franchise-changing quarterback.
Yeah.
Right?
This not only benefits our team, this benefits you.
You
personally.
Right. You should be doing that. So that means, and word is that the owner wanted this in the contract. So that means Cliff Kingsbury and the GM were talking to the owner, and the owner was probably like, all right, if I'm gonna give this money, I need to know his shortcomings and the whole nine. And their probably biggest complaint was that he relies too much on his talent and he needs to study more. So he's like, all right, well, put this clause as a contract, right? So if you're Kyler Murray, right, I could see, the old saying is, youth is wasted on the young, right? Which is true, right?
Exactly.
So he's relying a lot on his talent to get him by. But you got to think that a lot of guys in all sports rely on their talent, and they're not necessarily always the hardest worker in the room.
Yeah.
The ones who are obsessively passionate, and are equally talented, those are the Hall of Fame guys. The Bradys, Jordan, Kobe, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees. Those guys are talented, but their passion for being the best that they can be at their position is on par with their talent level.
Exactly.
And this is something Kyler Murray doesn't have. So in one regard, I can kind of respect him for saying, all right, we want you to get to that level. We want you to be better than Brady. But in order to do that, here's the things you got to do. And to ensure you do these things, we're going to make this a stipulation in your contract.
And that seems sad. I feel your part. Like, it's sad that they got to make a stipulation
sad. Yeah.
to tell you to study to be a better quarterback.
Right.
And you ain't won nothing yet. That's the thing. We're telling you that, and you ain't won nothing yet. Why would we have to tell you that? And you ain't even won nothing. I mean, you've proven that you're an NFL quarterback and talented and athletic, but you still haven't won anything.
I mean, it's just like, it's like the same as, teams putting, weight incentives and weight goals in contracts.
Yeah.
Man, if you're going to pay me X amount,
this is what you do for a living.
Right. And you can't do this when you're 40, 50 years old. This is when you maximize your earning potential when you're young. When you're drafted, whatever sport it is, 20s up until your early 30s, that's your maximum earning potential window. You got to do whatever you can. You got to put everything to the side, everything. Family, friends, relationships, outside interests, all that gets put to the wayside. You got this window to earn X amount of money.
Especially in football.
Yep, because as you get older, the money becomes less and less, and then it's gone. And then nobody wants your ass anymore.
Especially in football.
Especially in football. You can get cut tomorrow.
I mean,
literally.
You can get injured working
tomorrow.
out.
Yeah. And you're done.
You
like
can
my
tear
man who was on the Bears.
ACL or Achilles like in practice with the red shirt on and nobody touching you. You know, so.
Yep. It's like, yeah, it's sad. They gotta like tell you like, I need you to do this to be the best you could be. Like, what? Like, come on, man. And then, a couple years ago before he got drafted, well, I don't know if I want to play football or baseball. The A's or the Cardinals, right? I don't play football. Right then and there, I'm done with baseball. Football is my focus.
All the way in.
12 years. I'm all in. All my chips are in. And clearly, he's not thinking that way.
Bruh, to stay in shape, you don't even have to leave your house. You can build a workout center at your house and have your personal trainer get up in the morning. Your chef has cooked your protein high or whatever breakfast. You work out. Your chef has cooked your lunch for after workout. You don't even have to leave the house with that. With what they got.
You don't leave the house. Nope. Yep. You ain't gonna leave the house. This is true. I heard this too. They're putting Colin in the same class as Jamarcus Russell with study issue. That dude, I saw firsthand his talent. This dude, we were on the field and we were at the 35-yard line or 30. He was on his knees, threw it 70+ yards into the end zone. I'm like, good Lord. I'm like, this dude's going to be great. But when it came to studying the playbook, watching film, he was an idiot.
And I guess eating too.
And eating too. And Kyler Murray is like, he's got all the talent in the world, but you're going to need more than that. And eventually, talent, when you get to the NFL, everybody's talented.
That's
what you got to do, like your boy RG3, once he slid out of bounds and got hit.
What happened? Got that knee wrapped, folded over. Yep.
That's it. Wasn't the same.
Wasn't the same. Never again.
It wasn't the same.
Yep. And what was pre-rookie of the year with your man from the Patriots? I mean, the man from the Colts. Wasn't they pre-rookie of the year that year? Then they co-rookie of the year that year. Him and what's the guy named that played with the Patriots that retired early? Not the Patriots, the Colts. The quarterback that retired
Andrew Luck.
early.
Andrew
yes.
Luck.
I think they was co-rookie of the year that year.
Andrew Luck. Yeah, it's just, I just don't get like dudes like you get all this money. Every time I feel like another test, he should know you need to stay in practice the best and pass the test. Yep. So true. Every week is a test.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only good is your last game, as they say.
What have you done for me lately? Yep.
Yep.
I mean, look how far the mighty Baker Mayfield has fallen. This dude is barely starting. And this is his last year. He got to put up a shutout.
Oh no, he has to have a good year because his stock has just fallen or do I think he'd been out of the NFL? No. Somebody else give him a chance as a backup. And he may play his way back into, but as a starter walking in the door, this is it. He's going to have to show and prove. Yeah. And God forbid he loses out to Sam Darnold. Oh, in training camp. Then he's done. And I don't see how Kyler Murray just doesn't like, man, just because you sign on a dotted line, it doesn't guarantee you a 10, 12, 15 career as a quarterback. And as a starting superstar quarterback, you got to put in that work. You got to keep your spot. You have to keep your spot. And it's crazy how, I'm sure, Peyton Manning knew he was like gifted. And Tom Brady knew that he was going to be starting for the next 10, 12 years. But I'm sure as hell Tom Brady studies his ass off week after week after week. To this day. To the game, all right, I got it. But I'm going to study my ass off. I'm watching 50 hours of film a week. This is my job. This is my livelihood. This is how I'm making my fortune. Because when I'm 50, unless you're Tom Brady, you ain't got to be making any money. Unless you're doing it in the broadcast or you got some investments or what have you. But as far as the field of play, you got from 21, 22 to, I would say, 33, 34. After that, it's done. And in football, lucky if you're 33, 34, making money. Quarterbacks get a little bit more longevity because they don't take as many hits, and they've made the game so peppered around quarterbacks. You can't even
Yeah.
hardly look at them hard. So they're getting to that 35-ish, 36-ish now. And here lately, what I think Rodgers is 37, and of course Brady is 45. But Brady's an anomaly. You're not going to see. You may never see another quarterback make that age again. That and be productive.
Right.
That's different. So they can't go off of what Tom's doing. Generally, if you get a 36, 37 as a quarterback, that's about it.
Right. And even then, those guys are dissecting defense because they're watching film all week.
That's all Peyton Manning was doing. I don't even know if he could throw the damn ball 20 yards at the end of his career, bro.
Nope.
He could not throw the ball nowhere. Won a Super Bowl throwing screens and outs and whatever. But I don't think he could throw the damn ball. I mean, even my man from the Saints that finally retired. I mean, it showed in his like Drew Brees. He couldn't throw the damn ball no more. He couldn't throw the ball down the field no more.
Yep. So it's So we're gonna move on. So what we're gonna do, folks, is the football season starts on the week of Sunday the 11th. The other game that Thursday beforehand. But so what we're gonna do is give y'all our predictions and previews of each division. But this week, we're gonna do the NFC East and the NFC North, and then each week up until the season we'll do a different division. So my brother, let's get right to it.
The East,
the NFC East.
That's me, right?
That's you.
So we're talking Dallas Cowboys.
I got my predictions.
Washington Commanders, Philadelphia Eagles, and New York Giants.
Yep.
Just on paper.
Uh-oh.
You would say Dallas number one.
Okay.
Just on paper, with the talent they got, and
they're
still talking possibly Debo. I don't know if it's going to happen, but on paper, you'd probably go Dallas one, and being a Commanders, I can't even hardly say Commanders fan.
Commanders.
Being a Commando
being
fan,
a commie.
a commie. My tongue almost fell out my mouth saying that. But you say Dallas, Philly, Washington, Giants.
You said Dallas, Philly, Washington, Giants.
Yeah.
Okay. Dallas, Philly, Washington. All right. Mine is somewhat like that.
I think Carson Wentz knows his ass got lucky by getting the contract he got. Another chance to start in the league. And he didn't do horrible last year. That's the other thing.
Right.
He didn't do horrible last year. So I think he knows this is it. I think he comes back to not the Carson Wentz before he got hurt and was balling, but I think he shows shades of it. Do I think he possibly make both? But he got some stuff. We got a decent running game.
Right.
We signed our receiver back. We already had decent tight end. So I think it's enough around that I say third, but I think we could sneak into second in that division. I think we could. Maybe that's me because I'm a Commando fan saying that.
Yeah.
I think on paper, though, it's hard to go against the Cowboys in the East. I think the Giants are in a disarray. I still think
100%.
Yeah, right. So I definitely ain't going to put us behind them.
Right.
But Philly shows signs. I think Jalen Hurts probably steps up this year. It's his team. I think he probably steps up and balls a little better this year. But, yeah, Dallas, Philly, Washington, Giants. Right. Records.
So, hold on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I ain't do records.
Yeah. I think we somewhere around 500, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe a game above 500. I think it's 17 games this year, right?
Yep.
I think Dallas could probably accidentally win 11 games. I think Philly could be that 9 to 10 team, and we could be that. So 8 and
8.
Yeah. So we could be
Yeah.
that 9-8, maybe 10-7.
Mhm.
You know, if it a good season. Let me put it like
Good
that. For us,
season.
would be
Okay.
10-7. It would be a good
Okay.
season for us. 9-8 is probably more what it is on the
Mhm.
outskirts of the damn playoffs again. And I just think Giants may win 5, maybe 6 games this year, maybe.
Okay. You know what I got?
What you got?
I got the Giants coming in last.
Oh, can you
It's
say,
like,
whoa.
they were crazy. No,
Yeah, this dude done lost his everlasting mind.
nah, the Giants last place. I'm going
Okay.
backwards. It's a little
Okay.
suspense. Third place, the Dallas Cowboys.
Whoa. Whoa.
You want a drum roll for the second place?
You ain't gonna give a second, are you? You
I'm
ain't
gonna give you a
that.
second. I'm gonna give you a
Wow.
second. I ain't that crazy. I ain't that crazy. And I'm going with
Wow.
Philly. I'm going with the Eagles winning the division. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing Eagles 1, Commandos 2, Cowboys third place, and the Giants in last place. And also, little, glimpse to the future. I think Mike McCarthy gets fired before Thanksgiving.
This is his year, okay. And as you notice, I said on paper because Dallas
Yes.
finds a damn way
Yep.
to muck up
They do.
their roster. Yep. When you look up and down the roster of all the other teams in the NFC, you should say, how are they not sweeping the division? Because if you look up and down their roster, I mean, what's the linebacker, the dude from Penn State, and then
Michael Parsons.
Yeah. You got some beast on. You got the dude that got all the interceptions. My doggone cousin. Hold on for a second. Let me.
His name. Yeah. So man. I ain't alone in thinking that Philly. I think Philly's going to take it. And I think the Cowboys. This is the one year. Now they normally always start off strong and then fade, but I think this is the one year where they just really implode from jump.
I don't doubt
it.
I don't doubt it. No.
McCarthy 5 full season overs, even money. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would definitely think cause here's one thing I know about their owner Jones. Jones will play into I'm backing you until it gets so hot, and then it's like, all right, gotta go. You know, because he's going to give somebody else going to be the scapegoat.
Right.
McCarthy ended up being the scapegoat.
Right. And you know he's itching to bring in Sean Payton. Itching. So all he needs is a little bit of excuse, like, all right, you're done.
Yep. That's
so
it.
I think McCarthy's gone. And then they'll bring in Sean Payton after the season's over. And then they'll just.
Is it such a great job to have with Jerry Jones, the owner?
I don't think so. Well,
that's the thing.
I don't think so. Yeah.
I think it's because America's team, it's a high profile job. But as long as you have Jerry Jones running that team, man, I don't know how good a job that is because it is proven with all the talent they've had. Zeke in his prime, Prescott when he was balling, receiving core, then that defense. But and here's the other thing: you can never put it together. Last year you had a defense, your offense was erratic. Then you had an offense at one time, but you couldn't. Everybody scored 30 points a game on you, so you can never put it together. So
and then
I think long as Jerry Jones has that, it's always going to be a situation waiting to happen.
Yeah. Remember Tally goes, Jerry's going to bring in Sean Payton as an offensive consultant.
Don't doubt it one bit.
Yep.
Don't doubt it one bit.
So let's move on to the NFC North. It's a little
call
easier.
the teams out.
So we got the Lions, the Packers, the Bears, and the Vikings.
Definitely Packers first. Vikings, man.
Ty, don't have a stroke.
Huh?
I'll tell my boy not to have a stroke.
The Vikings, man, it's hard to know about the Vikings. I mean, they'll go, and it ain't even a regular season. They'll go half a season looking like they could get to the Super Bowl, and then the next half of the season, I mean, so they end up, with 10 wins or so, a first round of the playoffs and gone. So you don't even know what you get out of the Vikings. And I'm never going to be sold on Kirk Cousins winning anything big. So that just by default, they could never be the best team over there. So Packers definitely number one. You said Bears, Lions, and Vikings. So Packers, Vikings, Bears, Lions. And that Vikings and Bears could switch easy. That's a flip-flop. I think the Bears and Vikings could be a flip-flop.
Right.
I think go ahead.
I got Packers, then the Vikings, then the Lions.
Better than the Bears?
Than the Bears, yep.
Ooh. And they still got what's his name quarterbacking?
Jared Goff.
Yeah, not sold on that cat.
I just think I don't think that
not sold on Jared Goff at all.
I'm not a huge fan, but I like Dan Campbell play into him. And I think a year of him plus another training camp and mini camp, he's really going to get those guys to really buy into what he's preaching. And they're going to win 2 games just off of sheer will that's emanating from Dan Campbell. I
mean, and I think even with the season they had last year, they was in like
they were
80% of the game, so they was like right there and didn't lose, wasn't getting blowed out. But I'm just not the year.
You consider the Vikings? Yeah, they won 12 games. Yeah. They think the year you consider the Vikings, the year they won 12 games. I kind of don't get that.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost.
Say it again, Tal.
Yeah. Bring it back. Bring it back, Gotham Jungle. Bring it back.
Because those things, the Vikings.
Yeah.
If they didn't I'm with you. If they had somebody other than Kirk Cousins,
I probably could roll with them.
But I just
don't trust that guaranteed $80 million MF for nothing.
Nothing. And he's had great weapons. He's had a good.
Bro, he could go out one game and give you 300 yards, and then the next 4 games he might throw for 150 yards with 3 interceptions. You know, he just has no consistency about him at all.
None. And you know, they gave him all that money years ago. And going back to Kyler Murray, that's why the Cardinals were like, look, we got this dude. He's got the talent. He just got to put it together. So we'll give him the money, but you got to do A, B, and C to get this money. So because they know how hard it is to find a quarterback. You know, just look at the Vikings. They stick with Kirk Cousins, and he's proven that he is
mediocre.
Okay quarterback.
Yeah, just an okay quarterback. Hey, not getting off the subject a little bit. We're back to the NFC East. Did we cut the Heineke?
No, he's still there.
He's the backup.
Okay. Yeah, he said the year you don't consider the Vikings the year they win 12 games. Yeah.
And that's the ugly truth there. That is the ugly truth because they're a solid team. I just don't trust Curzon.
And
got a good running back, got a good receiving core. I just don't trust Kirk Cousins.
I don't trust Kirk Cousins at all. I really don't either. It's just I don't know what it is, but he knows somebody because he got that guaranteed with
80 million guaranteed.
Yeah. Then we signed a couple more years of more guaranteed money. And
man. I'm like, what has he done? 1 playoff game?
One.
Something like that? I'm like, what are y'all seeing?
That one Redskins playoff game, and they kept franchising them because they couldn't find anything better.
Exactly.
RG3 got hurt. And then they're like, nah, I think this is the dude. All he needs is a fresh start, new opportunity, and he'll be the man. Not.
He has robbed the league.
Oh, without a gun.
Yes.
He's robbed this league. More power to him.
As they say, he finessed the league.
Yes, he did.
He finessed the league.
Yes, he did. So now it's time to our part of the show where we talk about all things grappling, MMA. Well, not grappling, but all things fighting, I should say.
And
MMA,
yeah.
boxing.
And young man, since I didn't know you was a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy.
Oh, you call me young man?
Yeah, without a doubt, you're younger than me.
True.
Feel free to chime in my Kenny's corner, because you know my core is boxing. I do watch the big names, some of the smaller names in MMA I fall out of. Mm-hmm. But getting into Kenny's corner, so I did watch the Ryan Garcia Fortuna fight.
Uh-oh.
What it proved to me, which I always thought about Ryan, is fast hands. Because his hands are so fast, got power, but it's sneaky power. He can hit you with shots because his hands are so fast that people are like, damn, that wasn't even a hard shot, but speed is power.
Right.
He did what he was supposed to do. He knocked Fortuna out. I think he knocked him down 3 times before they stopped the fight, or Fortuna just stayed up on his knee after the 3rd knockdown. But of course, he got on the mic. He called out Tank, and he went through this whole, and I'm not going back down to 135. I'm a 140 fighter now, and Tank has fought at 140, can come up. As who used to do that? Who used to do that? Jamie Foxx. Not because first and foremost, Tank's the A side. Tank sold out the Barclays Center. His cheapest ticket was $300. Nosebleed. Ryan Garcia didn't sell out the Spectrum or whatever that California thing is that's called now. His cheapest tickets went to $26.
Wow.
26. And still didn't sell it out. And that's where he lives. Tank is from DC, so it's close enough to New York.
Yeah, of course, right.
People probably went. But and Ryan's wasn't pay-per-view. It was the Danzon app, the Zon app. It wasn't pay-per-view. So Tank sold 250,000, 300,000 plus pay-per-views. He also sold out the Barclays, the biggest gate ever in the Barclays Center for a fight. And Tank sells out and sells pay-per-view everywhere he goes. So Floyd came back with the cannon. We'll do the fight. It's going to be at 135. And we're the A sides. Just that simple. Like Floyd explained to Oscar, when the shoe was on the other foot, meaning when I fought you, it was a 80-20 split. You chose the gloves. You chose the arena. You chose the ring. You chose the judges. So how in the heck can you come to me when I got the A-side fighter and tell me 50-50 and you're coming to 140? Now, one thing I give Ryan out of his mouth right now, he's saying, damn it, I'll go back down to 135, or I'll fight him at 135. I don't care. I just want to fight. That's what his mouth said. And then let me tell you how Ryan is so the true boxing fan. So Julio Cesar Sr. is like his mentor, somebody he really looks up to. So before the fight, they show him talking to Julio. And Julio is just like, he was like, yeah, give me some pointers. And Julio was like, keep your hands up, Ryan. You could tell he was very disengaged. So then after the fight, they talked to Julio again. They said, well, Julio, what'd you think? He said, I didn't watch that BS. He said, I didn't watch that fight. He said, Ryan's a joke. He said, and if he fights Tank will knock him out. He said he's a social media Jake Paul, Logan Paul type dude that's living off. And don't get it twisted. Social media, I'm not mad at anybody that uses it to make money, but you have to put in the work. I tell my fighter this all the time because, of course, he's in this social media age. We need social media, without a doubt. We did a video the other day and got 8,000 views. Also, people start to see you and know you. Good-looking kid. But the thing that's not happening for Ryan is those 17 million followers you have is not transitioning over to buying the fights and watching the fights. So you can have all this social media presence you want, but if it's not transitioning, you selling out arenas, people buying pay-per-view fights, it means nothing. It just means you're a YouTuber and
right.
a social media star.
Yeah.
I do I think that fight happens? I think it's too big for it not to happen. And like I said, Ryan said the right things. He's like, I don't care. I go down to 135. I just want to whoop his ass. I want to show everybody I can beat Tank. We'll see. Shakur Stevens is signed to fight September the 23rd. He's actually fighting a guy named Robinson Casano. And this guy is a solid fighter. He fought Oscar Valdez right before Shakur dumped Oscar Valdez, beat him pretty bad. And he actually probably won the fight, and they gave it to Oscar Valdez because Oscar came out knocks everywhere. And this guy didn't have a bump on him. And I watched the fight. And he probably won it, but he kind of, the last couple of rounds, it's like I know I won. So he kind of took off, and they gave Oscar the fight. So Shakur Stevens is back into 23rd. Adrian Broner, which is the next fight that I'm planning right now to go see live in Hollywood, Florida, which is Fort Lauderdale, is August the 20th. He's fighting Omar Figueroa. And I just really, I'm not going to lie, it's the show more than the boxing with Adrian Broner for me. I want to go see the show. I hope he shows the Adrian that we fell in love with that could fight, but he hasn't done it in years. So I don't know, but that fight is decent. It's decently priced. So me and my son is definitely thinking about going to check that fight out.
Check it out.
That's August 20th. When I say decently priced, like decently priced, like good tickets, like a couple $100, you got real good seats. Real good seats. So we're thinking about checking that out. The Errol Spence Terrence Crawford. So here, and I watched Bob Arum, which respect how long he's been in the business, but don't respect how he does the neighbors.
Right.
But anyway, he made a point. He said the biggest thing that holding that fight up, which he even when he had Terrence, that he said that held it up, is the piracy, meaning people watching the fights for free through streaming now, has killed the pay-per-view buys. And he even came in and said the other thing is, and the pay-per-view guys are expensive. He's like $80 for a fight, to where in the UK it's £20 for a fight. So I don't know how pounds equate to.
It's a little
dollars.
It's a little bit over $1. I don't know what it is now.
So
quarter, maybe.
So pretty much for $20-$30, they're watching fights, pay-per-views, to where it's $80 for a fight. Like, and they might even try to go to $100 for that fight. So, and so he made a lot of sense with that. He said that's the only thing that's killing that fight. So they still negotiating. I think because what's happening is the fighters are wanting. I think Terrence, because he's coming to the PBC, is wanting the most up front, to where I think the PBC say, let's give you good money up front and you get points. Well, because of pay-per-views, the piracy and the expense of pay-per-views, somebody like Terrence is looking like, I don't want to see what my point's going to be. Give me my 25, 30 million up front and give me a percentage of points then, but I won't guarantee money. So that's making that negotiation. And I think along the line, and I think they're still going back if it's 50-50, 60-40, whatever. So so that's making it very hard for that fight to come through, just because you got two major superstars. Now here's the funny part. The Tank fight is probably a bigger worldwide fight than the Errol Spence Bud fight. For fight fans, like the True Blue, you want to see Spence Crawford. But if overall, like, because of this guy's a YouTube star and Tank has such a big following in the boxing world and outside the boxing world, that may be a bigger public fight than the Errol Spence fight. Do I think it's a better fight? No, because I think Tank, after about like Rolly, after he gets through and adjusts to how hard and how fast Garcia punches, he knocks him out. The Crawford fight is a pick'em fight. I think the Crawford fight, and I'm a Bud fan. I roll with Bud. I say Bud win, but it's a pick'em fight. So fighting wise, I think it's a better fight. Far as boxing, that's it on the big stage level. Like I said, my fighter, I've actually I'm posting stuff. I went live with him yesterday. We posted something and it got 80,000. 80,000. I'm hoping
80,000. Right?
8,000 views. We plan on doing a sparring session this Thursday, and our goal is to be ready for October the 29th for the showcase down in Tennessee. So that's our big goal. For boxing, that's pretty much it. MMA, we see what Khamzat Chimaev has signed to fight Nate Diaz.
Oh, he has. I didn't see that.
That's a signed fight.
Okay.
And Nate Diaz is such an entertainer, but good night, Khamzat is a monster. Nate has never, I think, been put to sleep, knocked out. I think he's been technically stopped because of blood and cuts and whatever. Because you look at Nate hard, all the scar tissue start bleeding. But I honestly think Dana sit down and said, you know what? It's your last fight with us. You talk junk. You say that, you know what? I'm going to throw you the biggest fish and the most dangerous guy I can throw you.
Right. And he's undefeated. So if you want to.
Exactly. And the fight is going to sell. Because Nate Diaz sells fights. So the fight going to sell. Mm-hmm. I think it's a rough going for Nate. Because even though you don't knock him out, when you hit him, he get hit clean, and he gets hit clean quite a bit.
Right.
He falls. Now, Nate stays around 4th or 5th round. He can make it interesting. I don't know if he can stay around that long. Khamzat hits hard, and he keeps the pressure on him. So we'll see.
Up there, so.
My heart is with Nate, but that is a big
fight
chunk of fish to fry.
That is.
I think Amanda and that rematch is coming soon. Amanda and the girl that beat her, I think,
Julia Pena.
I think that rematch is coming soon. I think it's this weekend. I think it is. I think it is this weekend. Let me check real quick. Yeah, I think it is. While you checking, I think I see what Connor and Michael Chandler talking about fighting. I don't know if they signed.
Yeah, it's this weekend.
That fight will be good as long as it lasts, because somebody get knocked out when Michael Chandler fights Connor, because that's what Michael Chandler does, and of course that's what Connor does, throw punches. Right. So, but that Amanda Nunes, for you people that watch MMA, that should be a good one, because that caught me dead off guard, just like when I was watching Ronda and
this weekend.
The daughter and not Ronda, the first loss. What is her name? I can see her face. They call her the preacher's daughter or something. There's a nickname.
Misha Tate?
No, it wasn't Misha Tate. No, Misha wasn't the first one to beat her.
Holly Holmes.
That's the first one to beat her. That Amanda fight, I was sitting there watching it. Yeah. Just like I was watching the Holly Holmes Ronda, like, yo, this is actually getting ready to happen, and it happened. So anxious to see how that rematch looks. It's hard to go against Amanda, so it's hard to say. And I guarantee the odds or they may be close, but I guarantee you Amanda's probably still the bet.
She's the favorite. Yeah, she's the favorite.
I guarantee she's still the bet favorite, even coming off the loss.
Yeah.
But anything else in MMA boxing up here? I don't think there's nothing else in MMA that's for sure yet.
Well, I actually saw something. I meant to actually bring this up. I forgot to put it in there, but what do you call it? The Anthony Joshua fight in Jeddah.
Ocean Useless. What they say? I didn't see it, but what happened?
No, so they're gonna have the first female boxing match in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. Okay. That's big.
That's real big, because they different when it comes to
Ramla
women
Ali
over
and
there.
Crystal Garcia. Yeah.
Who?
So they Ramla Ali.
Okay.
And Crystal Garcia.
And I'm sorry for I think is it next month? Early next month? The Guo, that she calls herself, Clarissa Shields, is going to fight. Look that up and find that girl. I think it's Christy something. And this chick is the only chick that beat her in the amateurs. This chick beat her in the amateurs once or twice. They're going to fight, and I think it's not getting big push over here because they're fighting over in the UK, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're fighting in the UK, but that's going to be a big fight. I mean, because and I seen their press conference. They talking junk. They talking junk. Carissa Shin, I think it's Christy something is her name. I want to say, but she's the only she beat. I think she beat her twice, if I ain't mistaken, in the amateurs. So that fight is coming up. I know the Jake Paul and what's is in August August the 6th. Jake Paul and Rockman. I think that's supposed to be it's in Madison Square Garden.
Yeah,
I think August the 6th, the 9th, or somewhere in
next
there.
weekend. I think it's next weekend.
Yeah. That fight is ready to come up. Yeah. So
yeah,
there's definitely some high profile names.
Fight. Yeah,
high profile names and people coming up here in the next month and a half. Some names are coming up to fight that people know their names. So it should be some good, some good MMA and good fight.
Yeah. We got a question from Carmelate. What age do you recommend a kid to get into jiu-jitsu? I would say, depending on maturity level, but generally speaking, I would say 7, 8 years old.
And it's such a good discipline. They learn discipline from
right?
That. That's good.
Once they get that in there, I think that will be good. I would say 8. I would say 8 years old. They can get there and just roll around, have some fun, and then as they get older, they can develop a passion for it and really understand the discipline to it. But I would say 8. Go around, have some fun, get them he or she used to the gi, and then just start rolling for fun. But male, female, girl, girl, boy. I would say 8 to 10, 8 to 10. But I say 8. I would say 8 to start.
And just piggyback off of that, in boxing, like my fighter said, he started at 6 years old.
Yeah, crazy.
Now I'm sure the coach didn't have him sparring or nothing, but technique and knowing proper the way to throw punches and all of that. I think you wait a little longer. A little after you see that they have technique and they first of all have a passion to want to fight, because before you start letting them actually get across the ring from another kid. But I did see him when I was coaching with him. I seen kids 7, 8, 9 years old sparring, and sparring. I mean, we're like 2-minute round, amateur style, 2-minute round, 3-round spars. So. It's all in it, like he said, it's all in the kid and how they take to it. And then from there, just getting them better, teaching them proper technique is the best thing that you can do, and let them understand the discipline of what they're doing, the understanding of what they're doing. You're not getting taught to fight. This is this is a discipline, an understanding. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So, all right, bro, we had a good show. We don't have any more comments or questions.
Yeah.
But we just want to thank y'all. As always, thanks for tuning in.
For the people that I did send out hits for the link, if you came on, thank you very much. Even if you didn't say nothing, thank you for watching. And hopefully next week one more tells one more, and so on and so forth.
Please tell your friends, tell your neighbors,
and like I said, challenge us, man. Give us questions. For the people who do come on, that remarks come a lot. Is always great, good remarks. Give us stuff to talk about. For you people that do that, continue to do it. For you people that do stop in and watch for 5, 10, or the whole show, hey, shoot at us, man. Even if it ain't on topic, come at us and ask us something. We are a sports show. If it's sports, we between the three of us, we probably got a good answer for you.
We got So shout to Carmelate as always. Shout to my man Spider. Shout to Tally Ho, old school.
My nephew. Thanks for always tuning in. You always
give me a couple minutes. You know what? Speaking of nephew, I missed one of his comments. Let me get back at real quick. So nephews, this was nephew's comment. Realistic expectations for the Panthers, but however, hold on. you got to tune in next week because next week is when we talk about the NFC South. How you like that?
Okay.
So
there's the unanswered answer to your question.
There you go. That's right. You gotta tune in next week. Good shout. Shout LowRyda.
Appreciate you,
But yeah,
young
tune in
man.
next
Look
week
forward
and
to
we'll talk about the NFC South and the Panthers.
And here's the thing, it'll probably just be me and you next week, LowRyda.
It might be. Boss coming into town, but I'll probably be a little bit late, but I'm gonna try and make it.
Whatever, gang. Make it happen, Captain. Whatever you need to do, man.
Yeah, I gotta get fired.
Whatever you need to do. Pay the bills.
Gotta pay the bills. Gotta pay the bills. Work calls. But anyway, again, thanks y'all for tuning in.
Awesome.
If anything pops off, if Kevin Durant gets traded, see, I didn't say Kevin Garnett, I said Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
if Kevin Durant gets traded, we'll probably hop on and do something. But
if something big happens,
we'll definitely hop on real quick and we'll let y'all know. But like us, subscribe, follow us on Facebook. We're probably going to get off Facebook. We're going to get off Twitch very shortly. Should be off Twitch soon. And we'll probably get off Facebook Live at some point and then just be strictly YouTube. But absolutely follow us on YouTube, No Holds Barred Sports Show. Like we said before, tell your friends, tell your family, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a neighbor to tell a neighbor.
Yep. Talk about us at the barbecue.
If you go to the barbershop, talk about us at the barbershop. Yep. My friend's son has been interested, but she's nervous, so I figured out 7. Yeah, I would do 8.
And here's the thing: she knows her kid better than us because at 7 he may be ready. So he's nervous, but she knows his. And I guess it's hard to say this word, but I can't say it. Maturity level at 7, she knows if he can handle that type of thing because you're so to speak teaching a fight, but does he has the maturity level to understand enough that as in teaching this, you can't go to school and practice on your little friends and whatever with what you're learning. So she would have to make that choice. But yeah, I'm about like him, somewhere in that 7 to 8 range, depending on the maturity level of the kid. And I'm sure here's the thing. We say that, and I'm sure a coach that's getting kids that young knows how, because I'm sure he gets kids probably that because it got so popular that people threw their kids in there and they probably was like, this kid ain't ready for this. But because they're coaches and know what they're doing, they know how to take that 6, 7, 8-year-old to get him tuned in to what their discipline and teaching is.
Right. Yep. Wise words from the wise man. No pun, not Paul Heyman, but my man Kenny.
See the great, don't you? You see the great.
Word. I got a little something.
Yeah, it's coming. I see it. It's coming.
It's coming.
I don't know. That damn LowRyda got more gray than me. And
for real, LowRyda joint.
15 years younger than me.
For real, this joint's all down
here. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even think my beard will grow that big.
Mine won't either. Yeah,
I've had it, probably, but he. I mean, that joker is.
You got that good
he's
hair.
in there.
Not I ain't gonna say it. Those island people have that good hair. I'll just leave it at that. So once again, thank y'all for tuning in. Once again, this is King Mega. Next to, damn it, I'm messing up.
There it is.
Homie Kenny the Bounty Hunter.
There it is.
And have y'all have a safe and pleasant week. And if nothing pops up between now and next Tuesday, we will see y'all next Tuesday at 8 p.m. sharp.
8 p.m.
And until then, peace.
Peace in the middle.